Hello, welcome back to another video. We've got Donut here. It is currently Saturday and he's going off to be broken, schooled, backed. He's leaving tomorrow. In one of the previous videos, I'll link it up here for you to watch before if you haven't seen it. I asked for your opinions on sending Donut away to be backed by a professional, because if you've been around for a while, my dream is to qualify for Royal International Horse Show or Horse of the Year Show. I've been trying to qualify with Willow, and although we've had really good results over the years, we've never qualified. And I'm now wondering whether the fact that I backed Willow, I've backed Gambler, I've backed many horses over the years, whether I'm missing some vital part in their training to help them like really stand out and qualify. So someone that I know that backs and produces horses that I've known for years, and she's helped me over the years with Willow, put a post up saying she was opening her bookings again for the winter to back and bring on like horses, training, everything. And it got me and Steve thinking, should we send him away? I technically have backed him. I got on him earlier last year, I don't know. He's backed, he walks and he trots. But back then we felt he didn't feel very confident in the trot. So we stopped riding him, gave him the summer off to mature mentally and physically before we were backing him again this winter. I've been on his back already this winter, and technically I've backed him. So why am I now deciding to send him away? I wasn't going to send him away until like early next year. That was my whole first plan. But then looking into the showing classes that we do, if he goes now and comes back before the end of December, we can still compete in the amateur and the home produced classes come next show season. If I waited to send him, say, January, we can't compete in the home produced and amateurs until 2027. So technically it's better that he goes now. But there was a lot of questions on that vlog, a lot of comments, most of them saying yes, do it for him, you know, if you trust her in what she does and she's got results that speak for themselves, then yes, send him away. I trust her completely. She is my riding instructor that I had with Willow from, God, I think, yeah, Willow was young, we just backed him, we got him as a 4-year-old, so it must have been from a 4-year-old that she's helped me along with Willow. And this was before the vlogging days. We were doing the Royal International and Horse of the Year Show qualifiers with Willow back then, before I vlogged it all, and the results were amazing. She lived 20 minutes up the road and I used to go see her weekly with him, and we were regularly getting seconds and thirds in the Royal International qualifiers. We went to New Forest Horse of the Year Show and we got 6th, you know. So her input has been absolutely amazing for me. She's got results going to Royal International Horse Show, Horse of the Year Show, and, well, London International Horse Show now. I know it as Olympia. She's won loads, she's qualified, she's been a finalist there multiple times on multiple breeds of horses. And we just click. There's something about her that I really, really like. I've competed against her. One of the vlogs, Hertfordshire County Show that I have vlogged, I was competing in the ring against her. She won the class, I came second, then we go into the championship, and I then come champion and she come reserve. You know, championships are used as a completely different class. So, you know, she doesn't hide any of the tips and tricks that can make you win. Results that I've had with her whilst I was using her was amazing. And then of course COVID happened, Willow done a suspensory, she moved further away, and I've not had the time to go and see her. As far as I know, she went nearly 2 hours away. I'm not willing to travel 2 hours, then have an hour. Willow's not the best at travelling, he's a bit anxious. So 2 hours of travelling, then an hour's lesson, and then 2 hours back. I thought it was too much for him. She has moved slightly closer now, and we've got a new motorway bypass thing, so I think that makes her even like quicker to get to now. So that's opened up so more options to be able to go back to her for lessons, because she was amazing. So that was one of the questions, you know, if I trust her, then why not do it, basically. So we had a few questions about, I've got my phone here, I'm filming you on the GoPro so I can use the phone for questions. So there was a lot of people saying do it, it'll be the best for him, and then I can finish schooling him, bringing him on. I've still done the basics on my own. So what am I doing in preparation to send him away? Because if you send a horse away to be backed, most people would send them as basically a complete blank canvas. You're paying for someone to back and train your horse. I've not done that. I didn't want to do that bit. I wanted to still have some involvement in the starting of him. So I messaged her about sending him 2 weeks ago. So we've had 2 weeks that I could carry on with the groundwork that I want to do with him before I send him. One, it saves a little bit of money because she hasn't got to do this bit. I'm sure she will do a bit of time long reining him, leaning over him anyway, just to make sure in her mind that he has had the foundations that I've put in. But we got him a new saddle, had that fitted to him. I've been long reining him in the saddle, getting used to it, stirrups flapping and everything. I've leant over him. I've got on him bareback and been walking around the yard bareback with him. We will get back on him tomorrow in the saddle and take him for a walk. Long reining, he turns, he stops, he starts. I can control the speed of, say, his trot with my voice. So you've got control. He was also due his yearly injections. When they have their yearly injections, I always have their teeth done as well. So they weren't due until the end of November, but technically he will be at her yard by then. So I brought them forward. So he has had his yearly injection. He's also had his teeth done. This is the first time they've sedated him to have his teeth done. I prefer it, it's easier, it just makes it easier. Works out he's extremely sensitive to sedative, and it was a scary moment because he ended up on the floor. So it's been put on his notes, he needs minimal sedative whatsoever, because they only lightly sedate them for their teeth anyway. And he was down. So that was a little bit scary. But yeah, on his notes now, he needs the tiniest bit of sedation. He's fine, checked him all over. His teeth, he had sharp back teeth that were irritating his gums, they've been dealt with. He also has one wolf tooth. So usually they have two, he's only got one. It is exactly where the bit sits and can cause irritations when breaking to ride. So wolf teeth do need removing. We have not removed his yet. When you remove the wolf teeth, you need to give them 2 weeks of no bit. I am not sending him to her to a new yard. He's a stallion. She handles stallions, but I don't want her to be backing him to ride without a bit for the first 2 weeks. She doesn't know him, he doesn't know her. So the vet has seen all my videos, vlogs of me long reining him, lunging him. He's not affected by the bit at all. So we are leaving that wolf tooth in there until he comes home. He is due home the week before Christmas. So it is booked in already for basically the day after he comes home. He will have the wolf tooth removed then. Steve will be off for Christmas. Kids will be off as well. So then I know him. I can get back on him and ride him bitless. If they need to lead me, that's fine. We will deal with that then. Of course, if this tooth causes him any issues whilst he's there, we will have it removed. But I'm hoping then at least she will know him, he will know her a little bit more before we remove it. Because sending him now, he's going for 6 weeks. As I say, he's coming home Christmas week. So if we take the tooth out now and postpone it for 2 weeks, he's there for Christmas, he's there for New Year, and that's what I don't want. I don't want someone else. She's got kids, she's got family. I don't want her having to deal with my horse over Christmas and New Year, basically. That's family time. So I want him home before then. So yeah, we've done teeth, we've done injections, he's been wormed, ready to go, he's been long rein to the saddle on, everything. He is really ready to crack on with now. So I'm excited to send him away, but that was some of the questions. Sorry, sausage. Right, so let's get into more of these questions. I've got them here. Some of them were really positive. You have a dream, make it happen. My dream is to go to Royal International Horse Show or Horse of the Year show. My dream has not been to always do it all on my own, although I've done the bulk of this on my own anyway. Willow and Gambler I've done all on my own. So, I mean, I can still try and qualify them, and mentally in my head, if I want to think of it that way, I've still done them completely on my own. Consider getting him started with a pro to establish good foundations, and you can do the refining. That is it. You know, I want these good foundations. I've backed many horses. I've done him, I've done Willow, I've done Gambler, I've done Champ, done Alfie, done Genie before vlogging days. They were all backed and broken by myself. So it's not something I haven't done before. I say go for it. It will even the playing field a bit, and it gives you more time to work with Gambler and Willow. What they mean by evening the playing field a bit is when you go to these qualifiers, and I do the home produced class, doesn't mean they haven't been produced the year before. And the amateur class, the horses can be produced, but on the day an amateur is riding it. So me doing it all on my own as an amateur home produced horse rider does put me lower down the pecking order, although the results will be so much better having done it on my own. If I can beat people that have had help, it would be amazing. But I also am getting older, and I want this dream to happen. The dream of going to Royal International or Hoys outweighs everything. So yes, I'm 42. I've still got plenty of time, but I don't want that time to keep going away. Someone put Steve Young horsemanship on YouTube. Here's the type of training you need. Seeing your lessons with that instructor you're talking about, I didn't find her lessons, training or advice as experienced or helpful as many others on YouTube. Steve Young horsemanship, although he's experienced in what he does, he doesn't do Royal International Horse Show qualifiers or Horse of the Year show qualifiers. So he hasn't got the hands-on knowledge, experience that I want. I want someone with results in qualifying and competing at those shows to help me with my horses, basically. So yeah, I've not shown my riding instructor much on here. There was an arena hire that I went to with her. I don't think she even spoke. I think I turned her voice off and done a voiceover on it, on music. She's amazing. She really is. And as I say, the lessons I've had with her in the past, I'm under a drip. The lessons I've had with her in the past with Willow gave me amazing results. I think there are some vlogs, if I can remember what vlogs they are, because I know there was one at Onley, Ponies UK show, where we came second, right, really early on in the in the vlogging days. That's with help from her. I do think if we didn't have COVID, that stopped a lot of shows. I do think we would have qualified by now, because she was amazing. She's amazing. I really do rate her as an instructor. And that's the other thing. An instructor someone else doesn't like, you might like. It's just how you click with people, and I completely click with her. I haven't got a bad word to say about her. I think she's utterly amazing for what I want and the results I want, basically. She's certainly, definitely what we want now. So, it's up to you if you want the satisfaction of having produced, trained, or competed on your own, or having help. No shame in having help. It's down to what satisfies you deep down in your heart. And that is one of the real things. Do I want to do this all on my own, or do I want to have help? I've tried for years all on my own. I've vlogged this for 3 years now, so that's 3 years that you lot have seen me trying to qualify. I've tried to qualify before the vlogging days. Willow is now 12. I backed him, we broke him to ride when he was 4. So what's that, 8 years of riding Willow. I think he was 6 years old when we'd done the local level shows, winning loads of them, Equestrian Sunshine Tours, all that level. I think he was about 6 years old when we first started our county shows, and we won that one. And then that's what decided me that we needed to step up and basically do the Royal International Horse Show. We were moving up the levels. So he must have been 6 or 7. So we're talking 5-6 years that I've been trying to qualify for Royal International and Hoys. Fair enough, yes, he'd done his suspensory in between that and we had COVID. So 2 years out, say. So for 4 years, ridden-wise, I've tried qualifying with him. And although we've had many seconds, 1 year, all I was getting was seconds. It was a running joke in our house that all I ever come home with was seconds. I could not get that top spot as much as I tried. So I've tried for all these years on my own, and although I'm getting brilliant results for all this time on my own, as I say, I've not qualified. It's a very expensive game to play. Classes themselves are like £60 a class. Travelling, you've got diesel. None of these qualifiers are close. They're usually minimum of an hour away. So you've got diesel, you've got time. You know, £60 a class. You usually have food there. It's easily £150 a day just to go to these qualifiers and not qualify. I need help now, and I know I need help. So my dream is to qualify. My dream is not to qualify completely having done it on my own. But even if I qualified with him, having had help, I've done the others, so I can try and qualify, keep trying to qualify them with the mentality that I've done it on my own. I think sending him to be professionally backed, it will give you some extra time over the winter to get planning the season ahead. You've done 99% of it yourself anyway. It's just getting a little bit of help to achieve your goal. That is it. I have done 99% on him. I've walked him, I've backed him, I've walked him, I've trotted him. The only thing we haven't done is gone for a canter. And the only reason I haven't done that, I love backing horses to ride. I've done it multiple times. You need a very experienced grounds person on the ground who help you back a horse. And Steve's amazing. Me and Steve have worked together with all the horses to do this. Steve has got a bad back and it is getting worse. So although he is amazing on the ground, he can't help me as much as he used to. And that's the issue we're facing. Lewis, I'm with daily. He's 15. I am not putting the responsibility onto him to be my grounds person. I'm not doing that. My older two kids, Jamie and Adam, 22, 20, they're very experienced grounds people. They can help me, but they also work full time. So it's not something we can do consistently at the moment. So I walked and trotted him. We've done that. The cantering him, I would usually go out, we'd find a hill, take him up this hill. Steve can't do the running anymore on that bit. So that's why we haven't cantered him. And of course my older kids are working and never around. Like, consistently, you need to do it for a few days over, I think, to get the best results. So it is basically the one bit that I haven't done is cantered him. Do I think that's going to be an issue? I don't think so. I really don't. He's doing really well. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, again, I don't think you're competing on a level playing field. If the rules allow for professionals to back or bring on your horse the season before, it's your choice to take advantage of the resources available. This is it, you know. There are loopholes in the rules that allow professionals to help you to some extent, and I need to make use of that, I think. You know, someone did put, you need to send him away because you haven't got the facilities to bring him on yourself. I have more facilities now than I had when I backed the likes of Willow and Gambler anyway. We never had the Bartchip Arena until, well, last year. It was finished. I didn't have that when I backed them. So we've got that now that I can use for him. And I do have the use of, like, arenas now. One arena that we use is a livery yard, so I can't go there daily, but they also don't allow stallions, so he can't go there, but the other two can. But there is another yard now that I can go to that they have stallions, so they're allowing me to take him when he's ready to go. So that's going to be fabulous. I do have an option to take him to an arena now once this is done. And of course, with everything that's going on the yard, the Bartchip Arena is still not completely in use at the moment. But I have told the kids, by the time he comes home, that must be usable so we can carry on with his education when he gets home. Of course, as I say, his tooth's going to be removed. So we will, he's going away for 6 weeks to be backed. Hopefully, if this all, you know, pans out, things can happen. He might not be comfortable, need to stay longer, might come back sooner, you never know. But my plan is he's going away for 6 weeks, coming back, we will get straight back on him immediately to get to know him. He will have the tooth removed and everything, and then we will turn him away for like January. Before bringing him back in ready for the shows for next year. That is my plan. But when speaking, I can only tell the hesitation you have is that you feel slightly disappointed that if you qualify, you will have a moment of, but I didn't do this on my own, am I right? Possibly, because I've done so much on my own. I don't know. My goal is to qualify Royal International or Horse of the Year show. It really is. Of course, we will always have that moment. If I qualify, I'll think, oh, I should have done it on my own. But, as I say, time passes by anyway. I am only getting older. And I must achieve this goal to qualify. I don't care where I come at the qualifiers. Just to qualify, that is my goal. Yeah, I think the best thing for us is to get help now. Yeah, most of the comments will sort of say, you know, do it will be the best start for you. And I can't wait. I am so excited for him to, I'm going to miss him loads. I've never been apart from him, you know, since he was days old. So I'm so excited to send him away and see what she makes of him. and I can't wait to be a part of this journey, because I will be going up regularly. I can go up whenever I want to see him, and I will be going up for lessons, like let her do a bit first, then I will go up for as many lessons as I can fit in before he comes home. So I'm still going to be a big part of this journey with her help, basically. I can't wait. I'm so excited to bring him home. We do plan to take him to a show as well before he comes home, whether it be her riding or me riding, because there are lots of young stock winter shows like her end. So yeah, we do plan to take him to a show before he comes home, just before Christmas. So it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait. But yeah, I am just going to start packing his stuff up now. Need to find out what we need to take with him. But yeah, we will be leaving tomorrow afternoon to take him to her yard for 6 weeks. Yes, are you excited? Is that funny? You're a good boy. I don't know. The riding journey with Donut is really going to start now, and I can't wait. So if you want to follow along with his journey, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon for the next one. Bye!